Hello, and welcome to the Jers TV.
Right.
God, how you doing, pal?
Good, aye. Good. It's been a long week and the fun's about to start in it in a couple of just not so long a time.
I'm pretty nervous for it. I'm pretty excited for it. I've been out, as I said to you today, I've got the bevy for the Jers TV studio. There's plenty of liquids for us, shall we say, and I've got the battle fever on me, big time.
Yeah, it's just I hate the build. I hate the build up to it. I just there's just so many emotions because it's never no fun games are meaningless. This one obviously is significant with the league, the way the league's gone this season. Whoever wins the game's got a massive advantage, and if we don't get a win, then it's almost like the title to Hearts, really. Almost not quite that stage, but
I'm pretty sure we will get a win, though. To be fair, mate, I think we're going to do it.
We should, mate. It's just the old form. I know it's a cliche in that, but you just never know what the hell's going to happen.
And that's why we're going to get pished.
How many times you went to the old firm game and think we're going to get absolutely pumped and we win? Or how many times you went to the old firm game going, we're going to horse this and we get pumped? Do you know what I mean? So
it can always go either way or whatever. But it's been a great build-up so far, mate. It's been quite interesting seeing the manager's press conferences today. Danny Rowe acted with a bit of class, and to be fair, Martin O'Neill shouldn't really be in that position at his age, but he seems rattled, and he really does seem under pressure.
Celtic are under pressure, mate. Remember the fans and their fans on their board, they're at it like hammer and tongs with each other. They despise each other, and Martin O'Neill's caught in the middle. And I just think any team in the SPL that has attacked in this season has got goals against them. So I think we go for it. Like that's what we've got to do. I think there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of goals on Sunday. You can better turn on 0-0 after I said that, but I really think it's going to end up 3-2, 4-3, something like that. I don't know why I think that. I just do. I think both defences aren't great, so
I mean, the build-up's been good, but it's going to be incredible because it's a double header and Celtic Aberdeen game midweek that doesn't involve us. But the whole build-up to the two games, I've got guys coming up from Nottingham. They might watch this tonight, who were part of a documentary that the Jers TV done a few months ago, and it's going to be aired in the summer. Now, they guys came up as neutrals to film a documentary, and they're now coming back as Rangers supporters. That's how big it was. Obviously, the way the Celtic support conducted themselves after that game when these guys were filming, and the way we conducted ourselves, they're red, white and blue. They're coming up for a weekend of party, win, lose or draw, and we've got friends coming from Denmark, and the Surrey True Blues are meeting me tomorrow morning as well for the Bristol Bar, our great friends at the Bristol Bar. Flag Day. Everybody's up for it, mate. There's people coming from all over the world. I've seen a few Germans are over as well already.
There's
some build-up, to be fair.
Yeah, we've got a few pals coming over from the Con Club Loyal RSC over in Belfast. He's Belfast as well, so we'll have all to get together. And then what a show they put together when they come over, because getting tickets ain't easy these days. And they all come over, as you've said, from all over the world.
And one of the reasons I'm glad that these guys are coming back for Score 90, it's a massive website, mate. It's got over 10 million subscribers. They spent the weekend with Jers TV the last time, and they were in the studio, the Bristol Bar, took them about the city, and they went to the fan memorials for the Ibrox disaster. But it's a chance to showcase Ibrox, because all those documentaries that are filmed, and I've been in quite a lot of them, it angers me that they always want, the producers, normally left-wing type people, always want these games to be just by coincidence at Celtic Park. And that isn't a coincidence. You know how it is, how Celtic run the media and how they've got a great influence. And I've managed to talk these guys to come back, and they're talking about coming back in the summer to film as well. So they won't be filming this weekend. They're just going to experience the Glasgow Derby, if you want to call it that. I'll call it the Old Firm. They're coming to watch the Rangers, and now they're coming as Rangers supporters. That's what it's all about, mate. People get involved with this club and they fall in love with it, and no wonder.
Yeah, I've seen that film, Weekend at Bernie's. That's when they came up a couple of months ago. It was Weekend with Si, and they're coming back and all. Fucking hell. weekend at Bernie's, wasn't it? You and them, wasn't it? I remember.
We want the different Rangers bars because we want to give everybody a bit of support if we can. It really is good. I genuinely think that the game's getting showcased throughout the world. It is the best derby in the world as far as I'm concerned. And 6 months ago, I was dreading these type of games, but this double header, the second game will be in Tenerife, as you know. I just can't wait, mate. I really just can't wait to get in amongst it. And I think I've got Mikey Moore in the background there. I think he's the key to this tie for us, mate.
Yeah, I think that Danny Rule, I like Danny Rule with his. I know it was a really important one at Parkhead back in January for him because these big games, he's not come up too well in the big games so far. He's done really well in most.
Gordy, I need to interrupt you, mate. Sorry. The first comment that comes in is don't get too overhyped, and the second comment 4-0 to Rangers.
I know. I'm actually watching them as I'm talking, and I'm going, "This is good. This is what we love. This is the shit we love, man." So, so getting back to what I was saying, Danny Rule, European games not so good. The game at Tynecastle not so good. The games at Motherwell and Easter Road draws not great. I actually think I've got a lot of sympathy for the Livingston games. I think that was a bit of an anomaly. They scored 2 goals out of nowhere, and we were pounding them all game. So I'm actually not. I was more pissed off with the Motherwell game than the Livingston game, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
because we should have finished that game off, and with Livy. And then, obviously penalty in the last minute not given. But, Danny Rule does, he picked such an attacking team at Parkhead in January. And I think if he picks that team again, we'll score a few goals and win. I just don't like Rangers managers that, for want of a better expression, shite themselves in these games. It's past 9 o'clock, so we can swear, can't we? So,
it's uncensored show. No, I agree with you. Michael Beale's first game at Ibrox against Celtic, he bottled it 20 minutes to go, or whatever it was, 15 minutes to go, and I never really forgave him for that. This is Danny Rowe's first Old Firm at Ibrox.
Yeah, and I think he'll go for it. Like, he doesn't shy away from playing. He doesn't shy away from playing attacking teams.
I think we're going to go 2 up front.
It's worked, and see if we were to play 2 up front, it would rattle them. Their defense is really vulnerable, and they've still got a couple of good players going forward. I'm not going to deny that, but if we can get at them and just for the first whistle, we've got a tendency to start slowly in these games. I don't think we can do that anymore for them. We shot ourselves in the foot at Parkhead. We can't afford to keep doing that. We in these big games that mean a lot, Livingston, Hearts at Tynecastle, Parkhead, we shot ourselves in the foot by going to go down. So I just honestly want to win. I just want to fast forward to 2:30 on Sunday and it's 3-0 Rangers, and I can relax, enjoy your Sunday
and relax a bit. I've spoken about this a few times, but I'll go back and hopefully someday at Rangers takes this on board. Play all the Rangers tunes and everything else, but see with 15 minutes to go, turn off the PA system, let the fans make the noise. The fans know how important it is. You saw that and you heard that at the Rangers versus Hearts game. Let the Bears get into full voice and let us play our part and have the team ready, as you said, Gordy, and go for it from the first minute to the last minute. But the first 20 minutes, try and get the early goal. And if we can get that early goal, I've no doubt whatsoever that Rangers can dominate that game and end Celtic's title campaign.
We need to set the tempo. We're at home. Oh yeah, with a couple of blocks away from home, but we haven't get beat. We still picked up points, not as many points as we would like, but just go for it. Like this is going to be like this week. The next 9 days could put us odds on favourites for the double. You know what I mean? The Scottish Cup and the league. So we've got nothing.
It's everything. When we stood outside Ibrox, mate, we all protesting, and when we wanted Diddy Russell Martin, and we had these shows, and we had more of them, and more of them, and more of them, and we sat in the pub. It's everything we asked for was to have this opportunity in the next 2 weeks, and we've got it.
Absolutely, and if you look back to the dark days, and it's still unbelievable. It's not so long ago. I say this every week. It is getting longer. It is getting longer as the weeks go on. But realistically, it's actually not that long ago. And it was just towards the end of last year. So we were a bit every person's hand off for this kind of situation where, well, I think we're 6 points behind Hearts, yeah, but obviously Hearts need to drop points, but I can't.
Is it no 5? I thought it was 5.
Yeah, maybe. So I mean, how good would it be? It's not likely, but how good would it be? Aberdeen could actually. I see in the next week, Aberdeen could do us massive. I know they'll.
It's funny you say that. I was thinking that today as well. As much as people we don't like Aberdeen, obviously, right? But they could do us. They could realistically, they could give us 2 big presents this week. And I want to put the way this season's went. I hope somebody at Scottish football, and it probably won't happen, but I hope somebody is getting the marketing right, because in terms of the value, it's been a fantastic season. It's been high, it's been low. We've been angry, we've been sad, and hopefully we're celebrating at the weekend again. But Aberdeen could do. Aberdeen have got a big part to play in the next week. Everyone might think that they'll no beat Celtic on Wednesday night, but nothing will surprise me in this. But the big one for us is the weekend.
Draws are fine. If they can get a draw at time, so and then take points off Celtic, that's all we need. So, Peter, so a couple of comments. John saying that Castor Schmeichel is the Celtic's weak link. I don't think he will be playing on Sunday now, to be honest. I think he was rested for Thursday. He was dropped for Thursday. Yeah, I didn't see the game and anything, but by all accounts, that looking well.
He is right, though. If he does play, he is a weak link. And you'd have to be looking at Shermiti, and I'd imagine Shermiti and Naderi will play up front, getting in early and in amongst them. Here's my pal Peter. I was about to text you today and see if you were alive, mate. I've not heard from you in a while. Hope you're all right.
That's a cuss aside, though, isn't it?
I think we can unsettle them by pressing high and score early. I agree with that. But our defence still scares me. That's a good point I want to get on to, what Peter's mentioned there, Gordy. What do you think we do there? Do we bring in Giga and drop Suter, or do we just keep Suter? I think you'll keep Suter, to be fair.
I think that I'm still... listen, I get pelters for this, right? I just need to say what's in my mind. I still don't entirely rate Fernandes as a defender, but he's got that threat for corners, he's got that threat for set pieces, so I think he plays for his aerial threat, and I think John Suter is our best defender at the club, overall. So I think he plays 2 at the back. If Sterling's fit, he plays Sterling. I think he plays Sterling at right back and drops Stab, to be honest, and he plays Robbins at left back. Midfield, you've got Raskin, you've got Chikawari, both good players, and then you've got
Mandy.
I don't know. I think he might. Mandy might not play. I think he might play Mikey Moore in that number 10 role. You never know.
Aye.
Unless he goes 4-4-2 and then he plays the two wingers, so he plays Olsen and Gassam or Olsen and somebody else. Olsen's got to pick it up. Olsen's a big money signing, and he's going to be worth a lot of money if you sign him. So he's done it here and there in flashes, but this is the game for him to show what he can do, because
I agree with that, mate. Aye.
He's not been overly impressive, and if you're going to spend money and bring in star players like him, you need to play him in these big games. So Shermiti does he score against Livingston, misses for 3 yards, he probably scored a hat-trick Sunday. You know what I mean? Marmite, Jekyll and Hyde.
It is, aye. I think one thing I will say for the players, I agree with you about Livingston. It's hard to take it at time, but I think the players, and I hope I'm not wrong when I say this, but I think the players, they understand how big this game is, and they seem to understand what the club's all about now, for what I've seen in the last few weeks, with interaction with the fans. And I think Danny Rowe, if he doesn't understand Rangers completely just now, he will do by Sunday afternoon. I can guarantee you that, because when I look at his opposition, Martin O'Neill, and the way that Martin O'Neill's conducted himself today, and other Celtic players, as well as our manager, it's quite clear how much they despise Rangers. And I think that Danny Rowe's learned that over the last 24 hours, if not before. The best way to answer them, mate, is he's already mentioned it. We're above them in the league. They've lost more games. The best way to answer them is stuff them on Sunday and do your talking on the park and keep your dignity, keep your powder dry.
Somebody like Martin O'Neill get the cheek to say that they're doing the banner for, carrying the banner for Scottish football in Europe. If it wasn't for Rangers' performance in Europe, they wouldn't have been the Champions League 3 out of the last 4 seasons. They've got honestly, but that's the thing. They've built themselves up and they control the narrative in the media that they think they are Scottish football. The media lap it up. It's absolute bullshit. And You know, it's absolutely horrific. And some of the comments that some of these pundits, I mean, the Scottish pundits, apart from a couple, right, who are absolutely fucking idiots. Michael Stewart's an absolute idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Aye.
I mean, he doesn't actually know. He doesn't know what he doesn't know what he's doing. I think he's just there for a laugh. I honestly think he's just there for a wind up. That's what I'm starting to think now. He's a poor man's Chris Sutton. He just says stuff for the sake of it and for a reaction.
But you're right. They control the narrative. They've turned they've got knocked out of Europe midweek, and they've turned that into a victory because obviously they won in Stuttgart. But the tie was already over, as we know. But that's good for us, mate. Let them have a false sense of security. Let their manager lose the plot, because he has lost the plot, and keep her calm. And you're right what you said. The first 10 minutes, go for it, big time. Ibrox electric. Get the PA off and the battle cry on. Get the fans behind the team and go for it for the first 10 minutes to the end. And I think Rangers will come up trumps if they do that. And I would go 2 up front, mate. Definitely 2 up front.
Right. We've got to just go for it. And we've got to, if we want to see if you want to win league titles, you've got to go for it. You've got to go out there and show your champions. And every Rangers player, when he walks in the park on Sunday, has to look himself in the mirror and ask himself the question, am I a champion?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. How much do you want it? Because this is not just
I want it a lot. You don't need to ask me. I want it a lot. But I mean,
it's not just going to be about football. It's going to be a battle. That's what makes the tie. It makes it the best game in the world for me. But I think we've got I think one thing that Danny Rose has added to Rangers in the last 6 months is physicality and strength and aerial ability. And you mentioned the big lad Fernandes. Again, he's my favourite for a goal. I think he'll cause Celtic all sorts of problems up front. And by the way, I forgot to say this, mate. None of us have spoken about it. What a dig he's got. That was some goal he scored at the weekend.
Aye. I mean, you're forgetting the 2 you had before that, where he pelted it 50 yards over the bar right enough. But
he's a defender. No, he's a defender, mate. At the end of the day,
and to be honest, he's putting himself up there. He's getting himself in position. So I know it takes. I mean, and that's another thing as well. When he's up there, if they're concentrating on him, it lets other players like Raskin drift in and ghost in and get a header. Raskin's got good near and all. So if they're constantly watching him, then it gives other players a chance to jump and challenge for the ball like Raskin can do. So I just hope there's not any refereeing controversies, because you know what, I can take it if Rangers lose, I can take it if Rangers don't win, as long as we give it our all. And what I can't take is when we're done by these shitey referee decisions.
And competency.
I just hope that nothing like this happens on Sunday, because it'll be such a shame for the fans and, you know, the game getting marketed.
And the product, the product of the game, because every big decision goes for Celtic. It's happened so often, and every big decision involving Rangers seems to go against us. But I think if we have to go out with the attitude that we need to win with 2 clear goals to win this game, because 18 goals chopped off already this season. We're expecting it, to be fair, mate. I'll go back to it for a minute. The decision at the weekend with Moore being chopped, there has to be a decision there. There has to be a penalty, or it's a free kick. I think it's a free kick, but then it's a sending off. But to do nothing and have 4 minutes to decide nothing, that can't happen in a game like this. It's spotlighted throughout the world. It can't happen Sunday. It's got to be the right decisions.
It's ludicrous. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're watching it on Sunday and then you're like, did that actually just happen? Like,
aye.
And it's like, and see when you watch it, it's not up for debate what it is. It's not. See some of these decisions, with 18 goals chopped off, you'd probably say 10 and 11 of them, fair enough, right? That's fine. That's maybe average for a team like Rangers who attack a lot, score a lot of goals and push the boundaries when it comes to offsides, right? But see some of the decisions we've seen ourselves this season.
Aye.
It's not even up for debate. It's like you watch that game against Hearts at Tynecastle, and it's like you see the boy's foot. Like he's white. You can see it. You can make out the make and the colour of the shoes and all that, the boots.
And
it's not even up for debate.
I mean, as you said, right, so you look at the weekend there with this decision, right? So the VAR team spend 4 minutes on a decision. Now, the decision's quite clear. It's either foul or a penalty. It's one or the other, right? And I think we see it slow motion foul, right? And then the decision is goal scoring opportunity or not, is it a sending off or a booking? They spend 4 minutes to do it, and their answer is nothing. And we'll add 3 and we'll add 3 minutes in. We'll add 3 minutes for the 4 minutes that we took to make the decision. You couldn't make this up in any other league in the world. And unfortunately, Rangers say nothing about it. Very, very minimal protests about it, where if it was any other team, they would have been kicking up fuck, to be fair. But we're getting used to that, to be honest.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see next season if we actually get a PR department or somebody that can actually stand up for Rangers' interests, because this whole dignified silence, it might have worked in the past, but
it's not working anymore.
Seeing the day and age of social media and all that, it's like all it takes. Celtic fans done a campaign a couple of seasons ago, it's still going sometimes, penalty Rangers, and you know that, and that worked. Even the Celtic board, as disrespectful as it is and ridiculous as it is, they even say that at the AGMs to their fans, and that's what builds the narratives. In this day of social media, well, everyone's got an opinion, everyone's opinion's voiced. That circulates, and the referees see it. The referees see it. Their mates send them it in the WhatsApp groups. Everyone sees it, and then at the back of their mind is, "Oh shit, I better not award a penalty here because I'll be all over Facebook or whatever." It's a joke. So they need to do something about it, and I still think it's actual incompetency rather than anything sinister. But every week goes by, there's another dodgy decision the balance starts to go in favour of the other shit. But I still think it's just incompetency. Anyway,
I've got a pizza ordered, mate, and I'll be ready in a couple of minutes, and I've got chips, and I'm Hype Marvin. So we'll get a couple of minutes.
I'm pretty sure that's what they do on Sky after the Super Sunday game. They look at each other and go, "Fuck, we've got a pizza in the way. Back it off the air. We've got a pizza in the way."
And I've got the heating on here, and Lily's sitting her arse at the back is here. So she's not going to move, but when the chips came up with the chips and cheese, she'll be going for it. But listen, mate, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Just for any new viewers that might misrepresent what Simon said, Lily is Simon's dog.
Yeah, and the Gers TV mascot.
Aye, just in case you think he's got somebody there behind his arse, that's all. I'm just clarifying that for the viewers.
In case anybody doesn't know as well, the Bristol Bar has a flag day on tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, and if you're in Glasgow and get your flag there as well, you'll get a warm welcome. If you see us in any of the bars, give us a wee shout as well. Happy to talk to anybody that watches the channel. And just hope everybody can enjoy it. There's fans coming from all over to watch this game, and I hope it's going to be about the football we're talking about, and no the controversy that's been pushed by Celtic that the referee's going to dictate the game. Because I think if Rangers are on form, Rangers will dictate the game. And I think the man in the back of the screen here, the boy, young Mikey Moore, can be the key factor in this match.
Okay, for final thought, prediction?
4-1 to Rangers.
3-1 Rangers for me. There you go.
Interesting, mate. Interesting. One more comment coming in there.
Gets the beer.
Aye, no, well, I hope so. I've got the beer. I've got the 3 kegs of beer in here already. There's vodka and everything, mate. You name it. We're ready to party, win, lose or draw. Peter, mate, I'll see you tomorrow as well. Thanks for tuning in again. Everybody that watches the show, thanks for tuning in. And a wee shout out to our partners that we've just partnered up with, 5 Stars International Events. There's more to come from us. And Gordy, mate, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, see you over the weekend. Wherever you're travelling from, have a safe journey over. Represent the team and yourselves and your supporters' comments with pride and passion. And always remember, we are
the people.